I am not sadistic. What I did to Haplo, I did out of necessity. I took no pleasure in the doing. Spare the rod and spoil the child. An old Mensch proverb. Haplo, believe me when I say I grieve for you this night. But it was for your own good, my son. Your own good. Chapter 1. The Nexus.
Damn it! Get out of the way!
Haplo kicked at the dog. The animal cringed, slunk away, and endeavored to lose itself in the shadows of the hold, hide until its master's bad mood passed. Haplo could see the sad eyes, however, watching him from the darkness. He felt guilty, remorseful, and that merely increased his irritation and anger. He glared at the animal, glared at the confusion in the hold. Chests and casks and boxes, coils of rope, and barrels had been tossed in hurriedly, to stand where they landed. It looked like a rat's nest, but Haplo dared not take time to rearrange them, stack them neatly, stow them away securely, as he had always done before. He was in haste, desperate to leave the Nexus before his lord caught him. Haplo stared at the mess, ill at ease, his hands itching to sort it out. Turning on his heel, he stalked off, heading back to the bridge. The dog rose silently, padded soft-footed after him.
Alfred.
He flung the word at the dog.
It's all Alfred's fault. That blasted Sartan. I should never have let him go. I should have brought him here, to my lord. Let him deal with the miserable wretch. But who'd have guessed the coward would actually have nerve enough to jump ship? I don't suppose you have any idea how that happened.
Haplo stopped, glowered suspiciously at the dog. The animal sat back, tilted its head, regarded him with bland innocence, though its tail wagged cheerfully at the sound of Alfred's name. Grunting, Haplo continued on his way, casting cursory glances to the left and right. He saw, with relief, that his vessel had sustained no lasting damage. The magic of the runes covering the hull had done its job, kept the dragon wings safe from the fiery environment of Abarak and the lethal spells cast by the Lazar, the terrible necromancers of Abarak, the realm of fire, whose living souls are trapped in dead bodies, in their efforts to hijack it. He had only recently come through Death's Gate, and knew that he should not be going back this quickly. He had lost consciousness on the journey from Abarak. No, lost wasn't quite the correct term. He'd deliberately cast it aside. The resultant undreaming sleep had restored him completely to health, healed the arrow wound he'd taken in the thigh, removed the last vestiges of the poison given him by the ruler of Cairn Necros. When he awoke, Haplo was well in body, if not in mind. He was almost sorry to have awakened at all. His brain was like the hold. Thoughts and ideas and feelings were in a tangle. Some were thrust away in dark corners, where he could still see them watching him. Others were tossed in any which way, precariously and carelessly stacked. They would come tumbling down at the slightest provocation. Haplo knew he could organize them if he took the time, but he didn't have time. He didn't want time. He had to escape, get away. He'd sent his report on Abarak to the Lord via a messenger, giving as his excuse for not coming in person the need to hurry after the escaped Sartan. My lord, you may remove Abarak completely from your calculations. I found evidence to indicate that the Sartan and the Mensch did once inhabit that hunk of worthless molten rock. The climate undoubtedly proved too harsh for even their powerful magic to sustain them. They apparently tried to contact the other worlds, but their attempts ended in failure. Their cities have now become their tombs. Abarak is a dead world. The report was true. Haplo had said nothing false about Abarak, but its truth was polished veneer, covering rotten wood beneath. Haplo was almost certain his lord would know his servant had lied. The lord of the Nexus had a way of knowing everything that went on in a man's head and his heart. The lord of the Nexus was the one person Haplo respected and admired, the one person Haplo feared.